Hi guys, how are you? I hope you are doing well and you are watching my YouTube channel Advanced Technology by Rana. In the last session, we study about the types of NAT and I explain the difference in each type and how it works. In today's session, we will do the implementation for the NAT. My IP address schema is same as the day first and the placement of devices are also same. My network part is already configured and I just reset my Paloalto firewall and I will just do a quick configuration with the basic configuration with the connectivity level. So once it is done, I will start explaining with the NAT types. Okay, so let me do the quickly configuration on the Paloalto firewall with the IP addresses and some other configuration, and then we will see the configuration of NAT and security policy. Okay, so guys, please subscribe and like this channel, and if you like this video, please don't forget to give your positive feedback. So let me connect with the Paloalto firewall and do a quick configuration. Okay guys, I have done the connectivity level configuration. I will just validate my configuration. So my validation is correct, my configuration is correct. I will make it commit and we'll see the connectivity from the DMZ to my Paloalto firewall. Okay, so my from the DMZ I'm able to ping my Paloalto firewall because progress is done almost 99%. Let me check over here. Yes, okay, now this is my reachable as well. So let me verify my router as well. It is reachable with the internet. Okay, so it's reachable with this my internet. I will check with the Google as DNS reachable, and I will check with my 192.168.100.1 is my firewall interface. Okay, so this is done now. So let's start our configuration for the NAT now. In the NAT section, we'll go in the policies. In the policy, you will find security along with NAT. Okay, so first I will configure my NAT. Let's see what are the options available in the NAT. In the NAT, if you check over here, let me keep my this window as well here. Okay, so as a general, there is one name. I'll give them NAT policy name, inside to outside. Okay, this is my name, friendly name. Why I make inside to outside? Because NAT is a network address translation. I always need a NAT to hide my internal IP addresses with the public cloud. Okay, so for that purpose, I will make a NAT. And when my traffic will move from my distribution, from my inside, which is my trusted, and DMZ is also my trusted network, and internet cloud is my untrusted network. So whenever my traffic move from trusted network to untrusted network, I need a NAT to hide my internal address. Okay, and I don't want to expose it. So for that one, I will configure here inside to outside. Original packet, for now, I will just keep it as any. Okay, later on, I will customize this one. Destination, my interface will be outside. Okay, and I will not configure my source address at this moment. Then I will come to my destination interface. I will define as well 1/1 services. I'll keep it any. In the translation packet, you'll see here source address translation. Okay, source address translation is my pre-NAT, and this is always from my inside to my outside, which is my destination address translation. Okay, so as an default behavior, whenever my traffic is moving from inside to outside, I will not configure my destination address translation until or unless there is some specific requirement to configure it. Okay, for the internet reachability, I will never configure my destination address translation. In my source address translation, you will find three options which we discussed in my previous video. If anybody want to see the difference between these types, please check my previous video. Okay, so in the destination IP and port, which is my PAT, port address translation or DIP. Okay, and then there is dynamic IP and static IP. For today and now, this video will configure as dynamic IP and port address translation. In this configuration example, when the traffic will come from inside to outside and it will hit to my Palo Alto firewall, the IP address will same 192.168.100.1. Only my Palo Alto firewall generate a random port and assign that port with the same IP and allow my packet to move towards internet firewall. Okay, so if I have 50 users and 50 users are accessing internet at same time, my Palo Alto firewall will just keep the same IP with a randomly port assignment. Okay, and it will allow the traffic. So here it is translated address or interface address. I will configure as interface address, which is 192.168.100.1. 1/1 IP address 192.168.100.1. Okay, so this is my PAT port address translation is done. In the translation type, destination I will not select for this one. Okay, so this is done. Another one I will do from DMZ to outside. Original packet I will keep any, outside 1/1. Okay, source address I'll keep as it is. In the translation, interface address. Okay, guys, this is done now. Now my NAT is done. My translation will be happen successfully, but my Palo Alto firewall will not allow to pass this packet from my trusted network to the untrusted network until there is a security policy. Okay, so security policy will define to allow or reject the traffic. Let me make this window bigger. In this security policy, you will find here source and destination. Okay, in the source address, you will find the zone address and the destination also. Let's see the options. Two are already there by default, but we will create our own. Inside to outside. Okay, I will keep my name with matching with the NAT. In the source, for this example, I will keep it as any. Zone will be any. Source address will be any. And in the destination section, I will keep it also any, as destination address is any. Okay. Application, I will keep it as an any at this time. Services, I will keep at default. In the action, allow, then I drop. Okay. So I will keep it allow with log at session start. Okay. So it will log my session. This is okay. Same thing I will define for my DMZ to outside. Source any, source address any, destination any, application, service allow, action allow, log at session. Okay, so I have done this configuration for the security policy. Let's see the result and then I will explain you further. Before this one, I will make it validate. Let it validate my configuration. So my configuration is valid and result successful. Okay. Now I will commit my configuration and same time, let me check here from the distribution. I'm reachable with the DNS or not. Same thing I will do with my DMZ option. Okay. Make it repeat 20. I will also make repeat 20. You see, guys? So my traffic is moving from the DMZ to the internet. And same time, in the distribution switch, my traffic start moving from internal to external. So I have done my configuration successfully for the NAT and the security policy. Okay. Now let's see further in this example. Another thing I want to show you now, I'm able to ping from a distribution to the internet, and same time I'm able to ping from a distribution to my DMZ, which is my also trusted network. Sorry. Okay, why it happened? Let me explain you. Also from my DMZ to inside. 172.16, 10.1 and 10.2. Okay, so I'm freely reachable from my each trusted to another trusted network. Why this has happened? There is a reason from the security side. Okay, in the security policy, if you see over here, I configure my source and destination with any. Okay, so I said my traffic will move from source any to destination any. So that's why my traffic is moving from trusted to untrusted and from one trusted to another trusted network. Okay, but this is not the best practice to do it. Your best practice is always make a specific source with a specific destination. Okay, and there is also a recommendation to add the port. Never keep your traffic open. Always make it specific from source to specific destination. So what I will do now, I will just do some changes here in my rule. I will just set source zone will be inside. Let me check which is this one. Inside to inside to outside. Okay, so my source zone is inside and my destination zone is outside. Okay, I will not keep the address for this example as well. This one, same time I'll make here my source is DMZ and my destination is outside. Okay, address I will keep it any. So I will just make this one and I will do commit, and now we'll see what will happen. This is my distribution. So from DMZ I'm reachable. See guys, my traffic is stop moving. The reason, I make the customization in my security policy. So my traffic is restricted now. Okay. So this is the beauty of Paloalto firewall with the security policy. Let's see some other options. If you see over here, my hit count is reaching 142 from inside to outside. In the NAT policy, if you see over here, there is also hit count 82. Okay. So this is our first example with a NAT. Let's see over here some more things. But I'm reachable with my external world. I do here ping. Okay. Google.com. I'll ping CNN.com. I will ping BBC.com. Same thing from the distribution side. Ping Google.com. Ping CNN.com. Ping BBC.com. Okay. Let's see over here in the monitoring. If I go to the traffic, it will show me the traffic. You see, guys, 192.168.10.2. Okay, my destination is this one. 150 is also there. 192.168.150.2, which is my DMZ. Okay, this is my source. Start type, this is giving the time. This is giving me the whole summary about my traffic. And this is my destination address. Okay. And ping, DNS, what action, what application I'm accessing, it will giving me the information as well. How many bytes, everything it will giving me. If I will do here resolve host name, I will see the host name as well. Okay, so this is DNS Google. You see, guys, so the destination addresses are changed. So this is our lab for today with the source static. Okay, let me do something more. Right now, I'm reachable from my inside from my DMZ, but I'm not reachable from my web and from my app server. The reason I did not allow my traffic. Another thing I will do now with this configuration, I will make it some specific. Let me see how I can explain you further. Okay, now what I will do now, if you see over here in the net policy, I have my source zone and my source address. Okay, same option you will find over here in the network security. Okay, from inside to outside as a source zone and source address. So your configuration should be matched with your NAT and security policy. Okay, if one side you will configure your source zone and other side you did not configure your source zone, for example here, okay, source zone I keep it any, but in the security policy I just configure it, so it will overwrite my security policy because that is most restricted policy. Okay, so let me do over here, I will just add it here as well. From inside, okay, source address I will keep as it is. Destination I will not change it because this is my internet traffic. Also I will do with this part DMZ. Okay, so now my both configurations are matched together. Okay, guys. So next option we'll see over here for the source address. Okay, right now I make it any, but again, this is not the best practice. I always keep a specific source. Okay, especially when you're doing inside net. So what I will do now, I will just mention here 172.16.10.0 as 24, my subnet. Translation packet, I will not touch this configuration, okay, because this is my internet traffic. So I configure here inside, and what is my source address? 172.16.10.0. And same thing I will do with my DMZ. I'll keep it source address 192.168.150.0 with the subnet, okay, and my source zone is DMZ. So I have configured here. Same thing I will do with my security policy from inside. My source zone is inside, and my source address I will configure as 172.16.10.0/24. Destination I already did it. I will not change the address because this is my internet traffic. The zone I already configure outside. Okay. Same thing I will do with my second security policy. 192.168.150.0/24. Destination outside, address is same as it is. Okay. But the next step is I have configured my source specific addresses. But my this subnets 192.168.150.2, my web server, my app server, and my DB from my distribution site UR switch 1 is not reachable. Let's see on this site now. Let me check the IPs. Okay, this is 192.168.10.100 and the gateway is configured in my DMZ switch. My DMZ gateway is 192.168.10.1, ping 192.168.10.1. Okay, this is reachable. But I'm not reachable with my internet from this subnet. The reason is security policy. Okay, let me open my internet over here. Google.com. Not reachable. Same thing with my app. ipconfig, helping my gateway 192.168.20.1. Okay, it's reachable, but it's not reachable with my Google, and also my browsing will not happen. Okay, same thing I will check from here from the DB. ipconfig 192.168.30.1. Okay, and we'll see over here my google.com. Okay, so this is not reachable. So let's do this one. I'll go on my Paloalto firewall. In the security policy, I'll make source address inside. I will add here the subnet 192.168.30.0/24. Okay, and my second subnet is 192.168.40.0/24. So 30 and 40 is behind my inside. Okay, so I added this one. Something else I have to define, nothing. Okay, so I've done this one from the DMZ. I will also add source is my DMZ and my addresses are 192.168.10.0/24 and 192.168.20.0/24. Okay, which is on my DMZ side. Destination I will keep as it is. In the net side, I will also do this one. Hotel packets, my source address 192.168.30.0/24. I'll just keep one subnet for my inside. Okay, remaining things will be same as it is. Same thing I will do with my DMZ 192.168.10.0/24. Here I will add my both subnets 192.168.20.0/24. Okay, 10 and 20 is on my DMZ side, destination as any. Okay, I will do it commit. Hey guys, so my configuration is done, and let's see now. Still I'm not reachable. The reason? Routes. Okay, security policy is allow, NAT is done, but my route is not configured because my Paloalto firewall does not know how to switch this packet. For this one, I'll go over here on the virtual router. Okay, I already configure a default route. In this one, I'll come here and define a static route. Okay, so I will make it subnet 10 route. Okay, so my subnet, my destination is 192.168.10.0/24, and my next hop is 192.168.150.2. Okay, let me show over here. I will make a separate video on the static routing, so I will explain it there. For now, I just configure it quickly. So this is my subnet 150.1 and 150.2. So I'm telling my Palo Alto firewall how to reach to this subnet with 192.168.150.2. Okay, so same thing I did over here. This one. Okay, so I configure subnet 10. 192.168.10.0. Next hop is 192.168.150.2, which is my this IP. Okay, another route I will configure for subnet 20 192.168.20.0/24. Next hop 192.168.150.2. Another I will route for subnet 30. Subnet 30. 192, destination is 192.168.30.0/24, and next hop is, for this one, my next hop will be, because subnet 30 is behind this TUR switch 1. Okay, and this is my next hop. So I'll configure this one 172.16.10.2. This is my okay. Okay. Let me check over here. Validate my configuration. My validation is successful. Okay. So I will commit my now. See guys. So my routing is done. I put the static route, and as soon as I put my static route, configuration is successful, I start accessing the internet. Let's see over here. I'm able to ping from this server. Yes. I'm able to ping from my web server. Yes. Okay. So where is my web server? This is my web server, app server, and DB server. So this is my DB, this is my app, and this is my web. One server which is left, which is print server. Let's see what happened with this one. This is my subnet is 40, VLAN 40. Okay. If you remember, I just exclude VLAN 40 subnet from my NAT and from my security policy. So if I over here, google.com, this is not reachable. So let's see and fix this issue as well. I hope you enjoy this video and you learn something. Objects, sorry, policies. In the NAT policy, from the inside, I just mentioned my source 30. So I will add now 40. 192.168.40.0/24. Okay. Same thing I will check in the security policy. Yes, in the security policy, I have added already 192.168.40.0. But in the NAT policy, I did not configure this one. So it is not allowed to move from the Paloalto firewall. Let me check on the route side. Static route. And let me add the route as well. Subnet 40. 192.168.40.0/24 172.16.10.2 is my next hop. Okay, so I make it 30 and 40 is available. Okay, let me commit and see the result. Let's see over here with my print server. See guys, now it is reachable as soon as my commitment is done. So I am reachable from the print server as well. So this was our lab for today. I hope you have learned something from this one and you enjoyed this video. Let's see and check over here. YouTube.com. I'll make it no thanks. Let me open here www.bbc.com and let me see over here with the traffic monitoring. If I go in the monitoring, if you go in the traffic, you will see the traffic from 192.168.40 subnet, okay, from 40, 30, and you will see here 192.168.20.100. Let me check the resolve host name. Okay, we'll see over here where the sites it is reaching. Okay, so this was amazing, and this is my YouTube. Let me check advanced technology by Rana is there or no. So guys, we have done our lab for today and I hope you have enjoyed this video. And if you like this video, please don't forget to subscribe Advanced Technology by Rana. And until that time, inshallah, see you next time with a new video. Take care and Allah Hafiz. Bye bye.